Hi Libra, I hope you guys are doing great today. Welcome to your general deep love read for the end of October. These messages are general, guys. Take what resonates, throw out the rest. You want to always check your rising sun, moon, sun, and Venus to get the best messages. Let's cut the wisdom of the oracle and get a nice crowning message for our Libra friends, sun, moon, rising, and Venus for the end of Come to the edge. Very nice. So come to the edge is all about really allowing yourself to kind of be vulnerable, right? In the way that, you need to, showing up as your full authentic self. It's really scary to be truly intimate with somebody and allow them to see all of you, especially the parts that maybe you've kept hidden and protected, maybe even the parts that you didn't even realize about yourself. But now is the time to take the risk and really let yourself be truly seen, because it's important that you speak up, voice what you need, say who you are, say what you want, talk about your goals. What does Libra want, right? There's not a time to play it safe, but to take a leap of faith and not to worry if you're going to upset the boat, right? I mean, I know you guys really don't very much like confrontation and you don't very much like to upset the apple cart at all, but you're going to be glad that you did. And if you're seeking a relationship, for those of you who are single, the same applies, right? So it's one step at a time towards really allowing the energy to give you what it is that you want, right? So you have to open yourself up in order to be able to receive what you want, either from a partner or from somebody new coming in, really allowing yourself again to be seen, to be out there. So we're going to use the Light Seer Tarot. We're going to pull a past, present, future, and final outcome. And I'm going to pull 4 cards for each of those positions, and then I will get some additional messages from Lenormand, the Lenormand deck, and then love oracles, okay, at the end. And I'll pull qualifiers if I feel like I need to as we go along. So we have the past. We got some. It's okay. Sometimes we like the reversals. Sometimes are better. Okay. Let's see what we have here. So we do the 10 of Cups in reverse. We have the Judgment reverse. These are all reversed this time. All right, well, why don't we talk about the King of Pentacles? The King of Pentacles reverse is, there could be somebody who's very jealous here. Libra, you might have a partner who doesn't have a lot of follow through, somebody who's very jealous, somebody who is not very practical, not very solid and wise in their approach to something. They may not be very solid and wise also as far as their money goes. But again, when it comes to relationships, as I always say, Pentacles can be mental, emotional, and physical connection. It doesn't have to be money. But that's what that King of Pentacles in the reverse mean. And when we get the Judgment reverse, there's some sense of denial going on, Libra. Now, this could be you, this could be them. Going back to this, the King of Pentacle energy, jealous, no follow through kind of thing. If you're single, this might have been part of your history, right? Like part of the reason why you're single now, because this is in your recent past. We have this Judgment energy here, again, which is about denial, having an error in judgment, being really scared of change too, like knowing that something is not the right thing for you, but feeling a little too emotionally vulnerable or weak in order to make the change. It's not that you don't understand that something might not be in the best interest for you, but you may not have the strength that's required in the moment to actually, make that change. And then we have the 10 of Cups in reverse. The 10 of Cups in reverse is indicative of some sort of, this could be family trouble, like if you guys are married, or there could be trouble within your families that's stressing the relationship. This could also be indicative of a broken marriage, like maybe you are, in separation, or you're just not in a good space in your marriage, or you guys are literally divorced, however it might come out. And then we have this working with the Ace of Pentacles, which is really about greed. There could be a lot of stress about money, going into debt. There could be the main core stressor could certainly be money. It doesn't have to be though, because again, mental, physical, emotional connection with the Pentacles. If money is not a thing, this is somebody who is just not showing up as far as good communication, as far as being communicative, as far as being intimate, as far, it's like, just not showing up in the situation. So pretty clear as far as what you've been going through coming into this. You're going to know if this is your reading or not by those past messages, for sure, I would say. So coming into the current energy, good, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. See, sometimes the swords are much better in reverse. And this is about isolation ending, having faith, you feeling defensive, right? But it's like you drawing a line in the sand about what you're willing to put up with and what you're not willing to put up with. This is about some sort of anxiety, some sort of depression, some sort of ruminating thoughts that you've been experiencing. You have passed the challenging point, and now you're on an upward trajectory. Okay, so you're healing from something. There's definitely a healing here, absolutely. And then we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. So we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. I'm sorry, that was the Nine of Swords in reverse, okay? And then the Nine of Wands in reverse. Listen to me. The Nine of Swords in reverse is about rest and recovery and healing, okay? And then the Nine of Swords has to do with defensiveness. I'm sorry, I was like looking at both at the same time and speaking of one, well, the other. So you have the two nines. So both of them do indicate the worst of something is over. You're on an upward trajectory. There's some sort of recovery and healing going on here. Just relief from something that was just like tormenting you. There's definitely a relief here, which is really, really good. And to get that with the star energy is awesome. This is an Aquarius energy, right, in astrology. And this is about renewal and hope and finally having some sense of inner clarity. You might have been feeling really confused up to this point. Really having faith in something though, Libra. Like honestly, like some sort of miracle happening that, whether you believe in miracles or not, something serendipitous happening in a way where you're like, wow, I cannot believe this like actually happened. That's the kind of energy this is. Because again, it's Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and we know Uranus is like large and in charge in the sky more than it's been in almost 100 years. I mean, and that's the thing right now. Very close to the Earth. We have a lot of Uranus. A lot of shocking surprises are going to be going down the end of October. Okay, and this could be happening on an interpersonal level, on a global level, whatever it is. But this is about healing. Focus on that, though. Focus on the idea of renewal, of hope, of this inner clarity, really nice. We have this working with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, some of you may be in a space of you just working your behind off, right? This can be indicative of workaholism, right? If it has nothing to do with that, somebody feeling jealous, envious right here during this energy. Some of you may be experiencing some sort of financial setback that's inflecting the relationship. All of these things can be going on. But I do feel like despite any sort of financial setback, even, that you might be having, I do see there being healing in this idea of focusing on the future, right? Because the star is about the future as well. So let's see what's going on with the future. So we have Eight of Swords working with Temperance in reverse, working with the Fool, Ten of Wands. So with the Ten of Wands reverse, the Ten of Wands reverse is, first of all, whenever I see the Ten of Wands reverse, tells me that in some way, it's like some sort of cycle is done already, right? This is taking a break, finally saying no, just saying no, and having a sense of feeling lighter and freer about something. Something became way too heavy, just way too heavy. Saturn and Sagittarius, it's like, I can't move forward with all of this weight on me. It really, first of all, it's a multitasking energy. It's just the card of overwhelm. It really is. You're feeling very overwhelmed. And at the same time, you're working with the Eight of Swords energy here. And the Eight of Swords is very much a self-imposed kind of energy. It really is. But it's like self-imposed isolation, self-imposed imprisonment, I would say like feeling like your shoes are on the wrong feet. Something that fit you at one time, maybe. You just don't feel right in it anymore. Something is just off. Something is just very, very off for you. And it's just overwhelming. You sort of, like on some level, you already let it go because it's very disruptive. It's a very disruptive, chaotic energy. It's an excess kind of feeling out of control kind of thing. And you just don't want it anymore, Libra. You don't want it in your life, right? You just don't. You're all about the Fool right now. More Uranus energy here. Absolutely. The Fool is about fresh hope, taking chances, really being open to some sort of new experience, new path, new beginning. So it's like the crazy, whatever crazy stuff was going on, the chaos, the drama, you just being like, no, I just can't anymore. I just can't. And that's it. But what happens here with the Libra archetype, we all have to know ourselves, right? I mean, we all have a shadow manifestation and a light manifestation. We all do. The shadow manifestation for Libra, which really is not so horrible, but it's this level of indecision. So again, it's knowing, like, that something needs to end, but you can get very tripped up in if somebody comes back around and says they're sorry, or you could get caught in the rumination of, okay, how's it going to all go? And you could kind of struggle with analysis paralysis from time to time. So just throwing it out there. If you're experiencing that, it's because you're a Libra, and that's just something that sometimes we have to just call things to light, shine the light on it and say, okay, how can I make this not be a thing? If this is truly happening for me in my experience, right? Now, as the final outcome goes, we have the King of Wands. I love this card. So the King of Wands, because it's a very courageous energy. It really is. And it's Cancer and Leo. So it's like safety and passion wrapped up in one. Who doesn't want that? That's fabulous. So you might be meeting this energy, Libra, or this could certainly be you. But I like it. It's you being very brave. It's you being very bold. It's you taking a chance and feeling very passionate about moving forward. Okay, you see the lion in there? So it's got the Leo energy in there. It's nice. Now we have the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles is a very strong desire for long-term security. And some of you may be in a space of protecting yourself a little bit, because maybe somebody has been a little chaotic, maybe a little abusive, whatever the case, and you're like, no, you can't keep doing that to me, kind of thing. Others of you, maybe you're not having that experience, but when it comes to financially within the relationship, you might be very focused on protecting your money, because maybe they're trying to get your money, go after your money, manipulate you with money. Could be that as well, something like that. So we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. This is very, very frustrating energy where there's some sort of problems ahead, some sort of delays. So some sort of delay in being able to move forward. You might be waiting for some information to come in and there's this delay in it. So that could be very annoying, right? Because in the upright, this news comes in and it incites change and speed and action, right? But in the reverse, it's like there's delay. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It's still going to happen, but there's going to be a delay. There's going to be a delay. Now, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So this can be, again, very chaotic, sexual excess, very impulsive kind of energy. So, yeah, you may be dealing with that kind of energy, at the end of the day, you wanting to leave, but you can't leave right now. And you're very, very focused on identifying what you want, need, and desire to feel safe and secure and to be able to move forward in a way that really serves you. So I like the two of these together in the final outcome. I really do. I like those. I do. So for many of you, I have to say, I see there being an ending of an unhealthy connection. For those of you who are single, I'm sensing that there's something, because the energy is so strong here about this relationship that was something, if it's not still, surrounding your energy. So even if you guys aren't together, I feel like they're not completely out of your scope yet, right? And you're kind of actively working on doing that. But, being in a space of being self-protective in some way for some reason or another. So let's just, you know what? All right, let's pull the Lenormand. I just feel like I want to pull some cards on that come to the edge, just because that's just specific to me, for me as a reader. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Yet it does seem like with this reading, you need to really embrace the lion in you, right? You need to embrace that me energy. Remember, the lion is Leo. Leo's the fifth house of me, and what you need to feel creative and what you need in romance and what you need in love and what, You know what I mean? So I feel like the come to the edge might be after that. But let's see. Let's see what the Lenormand say. If that doesn't give me the message that I feel like. So, yeah. So we have some obstacles. But you know what to do. Yeah, right? This is what I was saying. You know exactly what to do. Yeah, this is confirmation. You are your own best friend. Really, at the end of the day, you should be. And you know what you need to do. Now, for some of you, you may be getting a message from like a therapist that you trust. Some of you may be a lifelong friend who you trust very deeply. Could be giving you a message, but usually for me this comes up as you really do know exactly what you need to do. But then we have the idea of the fish. So the fish has to do with the money that you have right now and sort of like making do with what you have. The idea of making do with what you have doesn't mean that you're not going to make more, but that's playing into it in some way. Then we have the letter with the white feather, which indicates some sort of truth being delivered. Then we have the tree, which indicates as above, so below, right? Feeling rooted. What we experience in the external is going to impact us on the internal. It's going to impact us emotionally, mentally, physically, and it's understanding that relationship. Then we have the polar bear, which has to do with sustenance, the food in our refrigerator, the roof over our head, the money in our pocket. And then we have the idea of time. So, definitely listen, if some of you are dealing with an energy that is taking advantage of your money, like things need to be definitely expedited in a particular way. But there is definitely some sort of obstacle that you know what you have to do. It does have to do with resources and sustenance, the basic elements of life. So there is this truth that's coming to you, this epiphany, that what is happening within some sort of relationship out there in the world, it's not going to change. And if you allow it to continue, it's going to end up rotting your roots, within you. And there's a time element here because something is breaking you down very slowly. And it does seem though, Libra, like you're having a really hard time extricating yourself from it. Even if on an energetic level, I have to pull some wild unknown, guys. I haven't been doing this for the other signs, but I'm going to pull some tarot on this because I feel very strongly about what. Give me some messages here for the come to the edge energy, please. We have the Chariot. Yeah, what does that mean, guys, right? Leaving the toxicity. The Chariot is about action and change. Yes. Justice. This is you, guys. It's all about cause and effect. The truth coming out. Figuring out a win-win solution in a situation. Look at all of these major arcana, for goodness sake. We have the Hermit. Yeah, so Virgo energy. Go within for clarity. This is a quest for personal truth and spiritual illumination for you. Yeah, and then we have the Son of Pentacles. So the Son of Pentacles is you're going to be very patient right now. You're going to really be focused on, getting your money together, focusing on your money right now. Absolutely. And we have the Lover's energy. This indicates a choice. So you need to make a choice. This doesn't mean you're going to run off into the sunset, Libra. It's not what it means. The Lover's energy is absolutely indicative of saying, okay, I have to make a decision here. Am I going to stay in this or am I going to go? Because if I'm going to stay, things have to be a lot more fair. The toxicity has to stop. We can't have this. But having the Hermit as a center card does indicate you going it alone for a little bit. And because it does seem like the Lovers is... The thing is with the Lover's card is only positive if everyone is on the same page and agrees to the same thing. It's recognizing that there are cracks in the foundation of the relationship, and with the blessing of Archangel Raphael, you guys can work on it and probably fix it, or at least bring it to a better space. But if everyone's not on the same page, no. But the Lovers does mean choice. You have to make a decision having to do with the relationship. And we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is an absolute turning point. And you're in a space where you are taking a gamble. You're taking a gamble if you stay. Then we have the Empress, which is a Venus energy. Again, this is about abundance. This is about fertility, creation, creating things, right? The Empress is the mother of the tarot. And then we have the Star. And the Star is about renewal, hope, inner clarity. having faith, being in the spotlight. Give me some messages on this Empress and Star, please. The Wheel of Fortune, Empress and Star. Okay. Yeah, so we have the Eight of Wands. Some sort of information is coming in. Some information is going to come in that's going to incite some very quick changes. Some news comes in. The Eight of Wands is very fast, and it incites change. This is like literally like some of you might have to move. Some of you might have to move in, move out. Two of Pentacles. Choices. Two choices, Libra. Two choices, weighing choices. You're going to be hearing from somebody. You're going to be taking a chance to go into the future. Somebody's going to be contacting you. You're going to be taking a chance, but you're going to be in the space of feeling like you need to weigh options. We get the Ten of Pentacles, which is beautiful. You know, this is really great. I mean, this is about deepening of commitment, deepening of connection, a will you marry me energy kind of thing, family kind of thing. So for some of you, you may be healing a relationship at some point, right? In the Lover's energy, making the choice to take the chance to grow the relationship and heal it, you know, and heal it. And you're going to make the decision to actually deepen the commitment, deepen the connection. For others of you, I do see the choice not being made and you taking a chance to focus on your future, on your growth, on doing you, on doing whatever you have to do. You may be in a space that where you feel a little confused. That's okay. You're a Libra. You're going to feel confused. Even if everything is crystal clear, you're still going to feel confused. But I like the Ten of Pentacles as the outcome. Let me just pull one more. The Magician. Beautiful. I love it. Focus, creativity, turning visions into reality, inspired action. Beautiful. The Magician is Mercury energy. It rules the 3rd and the 6th house. That has to do with learning, communicating, your day-to-day work environment, your day-to-day in general, your mental, physical, and emotional health. So really good paying attention to you, doing you on a day-to-day and making things happen for yourself. So I really like that. Absolutely. Okay. So just see what the oracles say. Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. Twin flames. I don't need to read that. You guys know what that means. The Snake. Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, looking over your shoulder, the other woman. Now, it doesn't mean that there's definitely another woman. As I always say with the Snake energy, it could be that you might have a very competitive relationship. You might have somebody who's just really kind of doesn't speak nicely to you, who's kind of nasty. Doesn't necessarily mean that there is another man or another woman, however it would go. Palm tree, stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. Heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. Let me pull one more. The runner in a codependent relationship. I feel like I got not the same, but almost the same spread for Scorpio. Those of you who are dealing with the Scorpio, I kind of feel like that. Maybe Sagittarius, I'm not sure. We have the runner, heartbroken. Very interesting. Heartbroken, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. Fear of intimacy, listening to ego. Okay, so we have the Six of Bats, which is the Six of Wands. So it's you, that's you moving away from a situation. Moving away from toxicity, a necessary transition. A necessary transition. Then we have the Knight of Bats, which is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is somebody you're very attracted to, somebody who's free-spirited, somebody who's very creative. We have the Five of Ghosts and just the Five of Cups. So we're going to be feeling this loss, regret, this feeling abandoned, this feeling unloved. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Bats. This is just very interesting to me, because we have this idea of there being strategy, there being this intentional pulling away from a situation that you're in that's not healthy. And then I have this feeling like you're meeting somebody else that's going to end up being more stable, more permanent, more flexible. There's going to be this allowance of a transformation, though, but within you. Because there's been something that you've been involved in that's been very, very unhealthy. And there's this moving away towards something that's a lot more free spirit and just lighter for you. And the truth is coming out, right? I mean, we got the Queen of Bats. The truth is coming out. The truth about something. And you're allowing yourself to be vulnerable and be seen through all of this. So, yeah, I mean, that is what we have. Let's just throw the astro dice here. So we got the Moon, which has to do with emotions. We have Capricorn, which is all about focusing on your work right now, focusing on your resources right now, focusing on your resources and your home, and feeling grounded and rooted and safe and secure, because the Moon rules Cancer, which is the 4th house of home. So I feel like that's really, right now, you're just focusing on, I just feel like a lot of you guys are working a lot, whatever that means for you. Just keeping yourself very busy right now as well. Yeah, Chiron healing, because you're doing a lot of healing. Healing is unbelievable. A lot of release. Chiron's still retrograde until the middle of December, by the way, in Aries, so wherever that is in your chart. But everybody's doing a lot of like looking back, a lot of healing, you know, really realizing why we have allowed things, right, in our life that we've allowed. Well, we've all done it. Everybody has, or everybody's got a, you know, a healthy amount of stuff in their rearview mirror. So it's about releasing what's no longer serving us. And that may be, I do feel like, what the Come to the Edge does speak of, is about, you know, allowing yourself to be vulnerable and allow, because you have to, that's necessary in order to heal and move forward in the best way. So, yeah, that is what I see here for you guys. I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.